We tell them try to, in the first few minutes, observe the student and
Mm.
see what do they prefer. And if you're getting kind of stumped, then just ask them. See, like, okay, is this person more of a reader? Or are they
Mm.
more, they want to do it themselves? So they try to adapt to every student.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the OSE Podcast. My name is Ethan Rome. I'm the graduate student assistant. We're here for episode 7. We're talking about unlocking academic success, kind of figuring out what kind of resources are there to help you succeed in your classes. I'm joined by our guests. Do you want to introduce yourself to
Yes.
everyone?
Hello, my name is Catherine Chinchilla, and I'm the graduate assistant for tutoring services at the Learning Center in Sage Hall.
Awesome. Do you want to kind of explain a little bit about your role, like what you do there as a grad assistant?
So, as a graduate assistant in the Learning Center, we each work in a different section of the Learning Center. I do tutoring services specifically. So, I look over our tutors, see the quality of their tutoring. So, we'll do observations, I'll look at their schedules, what courses we offer every semester, since they do change a little bit every semester, reach out to students
Okay.
and do tabling and answer any emails that come in from students, professors, or anyone else.
Gotcha. You mentioned there was a couple different things the Learning Center
Mm-hmm.
offers. Could you kind of expand a little bit, like what all is
Yes.
available?
So, our main things at the Learning Center are tutoring services, which are one on one. We have academic coaching, and some people get it confused with academic advising.
Mm.
Coaching is more like if you have issues with chunking your time, knowing how to time manage or procrastination. So it's more skills
I
rather than
see.
advising. And we have supplemental instruction as well, which is more like group tutoring. If you have a supplemental instructor, you should have been introduced to them in the first week of your courses.
I see.
So not all courses have one, but we have a good amount. I think we have close to 80 of them or 70. Yeah.
Gotcha. And these are available to all students?
Yes, these should be available to all students. Supplemental instruction is course based, but tutoring and coaching everyone has access to, no matter if they're an in person student or an online student.
Gotcha. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you mostly oversee the other tutors, but
Mm-hmm.
what does like a tutoring session look like for students receiving tutoring?
So, tutoring sessions, what they are like is that someone, when they book a tutoring session, they could leave a comment if they want, so that the tutor knows ahead of time
Okay.
what they want to cover. If
Like what they want to get out of it.
Yeah, if it's like a very specific topic, you don't have to leave a comment though. But typically, someone will come in, they'll be checked in for their session. The tutor will take them
Mm.
to a little pod room. So it's one on one, and it's just between them two. And the tutor will just try to see what are we doing today? Like, what does this person need help with? Is it for exams? Is it homework? Is it a specific topic?
Okay.
And then you just go from there, seeing like between the two of you what you're doing.
Gotcha. And how long is that? How long is that?
So the appointments are only 1 hour.
Okay.
However, if you can book multiple appointments, and
Okay.
if it's something that's more complicated, I do believe Navigate only allows you to book one session a day, but you
Mm.
can email us and we can do 2 hours for you
Gotcha. Kind of like
ourselves.
accommodate things if you're able
Yeah.
to reach out
Yeah, like if
like
it's
directly.
that's happened before and we'll just look, okay, we'll give you 2 hours then for the
Got-
appointment.
Gotcha. And what can you do in those sessions and what like can't you do? Like I feel like a lot of people have some kind of
Hmm.
ideas about what tutoring
Hmm.
is and what it isn't.
So we cannot help it directly with homework most of the time. We can look at homework and see like, oh, okay, this is the topic,
Mm.
but we can't do the homework problem. So we
Gotcha.
can't do things that are graded per some university rules. So what our tutors will do with that kind of case is they'll see the problem and they'll try to come up with their own with different numbers or a different topic or something similar,
Gotcha.
since we can't do that. But we can look at the homework, we can review tests if someone wants to do a test review because they got a 60 on it
Mm.
or a 70 and they're like, I just don't know what I did wrong.
Yeah.
So
Are y'all able to like reach out to the professors in that case too and like get ideas for how to support them?
We can, we usually don't, but we can reach out, or we can reach out to the department if a student has more questions. And if we simply do get stuck at a certain point, we'll try to find other resources on campus as well.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be really helpful to like have like a problem that you could kind of like practice beforehand, so almost like a test run, kind of
Yeah.
helping them kind of figure out that from like a conceptual kind of standpoint.
Yes, at the beginning of our sessions, our tutors, we do train them
Oh,
every
okay.
semester, and we'll try to tell them something to do at the beginning of a session is to see how much knowledge does this student have.
Hmm.
Is it like, do we do a problem with them and see, like, is it at a certain point that they're getting confused, or what is it? So we do several days of training before
Gotcha.
each semester starts.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
How many tutors are there at the tutoring center?
It varies each semester, but it's about 10 every semester.
Okay. And each
Yes.
one like has a different kind of like specialty?
Yes. Our tutors, what they can tutor on is any course that they have received an A in.
I see, I see.
Yes. So if they are from different majors, they've taken
Hmm.
different classes. So we just see, okay, they've received A's in all of these courses. This is what they can tutor in.
Mm.
Hmm.
So so they're not necessarily tutoring on things that maybe like they are less familiar about. They're all like very like
Yes.
knowledgeable about the subjects that
Yes,
they're
yes,
helping with.
they have to be knowledgeable. We look at the grades, we look at what they've tutored, and sometimes they'll be honest with us. Like if they're a senior and they got
Hmm.
an A in something in their freshman year,
Okay,
and
like it's been years.
yeah, they'll tell us, I don't feel comfortable tutoring this anymore. And we'll be
Gotcha,
like, okay, we'll take this off.
gotcha.
Yeah.
What about like classes that like what if a student reaches out about a class that isn't offered? What other
Um,
kind of support is there for them?
so we can see what there is available for that subject, because sometimes other departments have their own tutoring, like chemistry has its own, math has its own,
Okay.
but also sometimes it can be a topic that our tutors do know. So
Mm.
we provide tutoring for the undergraduate students, but we've had graduate students, myself included,
Uh-huh.
where it's like, for example, years since you've taken math and you're now doing introductory statistics,
Mm.
and the tutors know that. So
Yeah.
you can send an email and just be like, hey, I'm learning this topic. Maybe someone knows it. And we'll just see, oh, okay, yeah. So
Like
this one knows it.
yeah,
And
there's some like transferable skills. Like it might not be the exact like course number, but
yeah,
it's similar enough that there's some kind of crossover.
yes. So even I have done that, and I talked to the tutors and I just said, hey, do any of you understand this statistics stuff? I haven't done it in 6 years.
Was this when you were a graduate student for the Learning Center?
Yes.
How was it? How was your experience like working with one of your tutors?
It was a little funny because they
Hmm.
were like, "Oh, yeah, we can cover that," and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Okay, good," because I haven't done this since high school, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, let's go over this," and I was like, "This is my intro stats stuff,"
Gotcha.
and they were like, "Okay, yeah, we can do this and this," and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, that must have been
Like,
really helpful.
yeah. So even if we don't have the course, sending an email doesn't hurt. We can always just
Yeah.
check.
How do tutors like tailor their approach to different subjects? Like maybe they teach like multiple subjects. How
Hmm.
do they kind of tailor it from student to student, or like from maybe like different like level of student, like different level of
Hmm.
course?
So the tutors, they first of all, each tutor, they're different themselves
Hmm.
in what is comfortable for them. But also, like I said, we do train them for several days before each semester. So they've all learned different skills.
Okay.
So, for example, VARC, they know how to train visually, auditory, reading, and kinesthetically. So they know VARC style, they know other styles. So we tell them, try to, in the first few minutes, observe the student and
Mm.
see what do they prefer. And if you're getting kind of stumped, then just ask them. See, like, okay, is this person more of a reader, or are they
Mm.
more, they want to do it themselves? So they try to adapt to every student, and some of them, they do excel more in one way than another, but they do have multiple skills. So they will try to adapt. and they'll try to
Gotcha.
see like what to do. And multiple of them have done this for several semesters at
Mhm.
this point.
So they kind of got a
Yeah, so they
handle
have
on it.
experience on it.
It sounds like also that kind of first like so odd minute of it is like kind of an assessment, so that like they know like
Hmm.
who they're working with, kind of like what kind of
Yes.
skills they have.
Hmm. Yeah.
Not necessarily doing like a cookie cutter approach every single time.
Yeah, it's not cookie cutter at all. We tell
Yeah,
them the best way for the student to learn is you adapting to them.
gotcha.
So we try to emphasize that.
Yeah. What are some common concerns or maybe challenges that students have, and how do the tutors address them?
So we do get a lot of students that struggle with
Hmm.
STEM courses, or a lot of students that come for exam prep,
Okay.
and they'll usually write that in the comments. They'll say it's exam prep or it's a specific topic for a STEM class. That's what we get the most requested, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, and our tutors, they will try to make sure that they know those subjects well. They will review themselves if they can. Um, if they see the comments, I know some of them will look ahead of time
Okay.
so that they can prepare. So I've seen some of them see in the comments if it's a math tutoring thing, they'll be like, oh, okay, this topic, let me look at it beforehand.
Yeah.
So they try to prepare as much as they can or look something up.
Okay.
And if they aren't as successful as they want to be, they'll try to continue with that student and be like, okay, let's do this again in a few days
Mm.
or next week.
Can tutoring be like an ongoing process? I
Oh,
know you
yes.
mentioned there being like
Yeah.
several appointments, but like it can there be kind of like paired with the same person each time?
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha.
We have students that come in that honestly become regulars and
Okay.
we see their faces
Yeah.
regularly, and that's completely okay.
Have your tutors like kind of noticed like a difference between like when somebody comes in for the first time versus kind of like at the end?
Yes, usually students, when they've come in for a while, they're more comfortable, and our tutors get to know them more so they can pick up, okay, this student is really struggling today, because you
Mm.
get to know a person the more you
Yeah.
see them. So they'll try to help them more. And we also at the Learning Center, for all our services, actually try to do some stats at the end of the semesters to see the students who came in to our tutoring services, did they do better in their courses from the
Okay.
beginning to the end, so that we can see that we're doing a good job too.
Yeah. So there's some like kind of internal assessment, like
Yes.
how how
Mhm.
effective is this going?
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha. Are there any barriers that you've kind of seen that like make it difficult for students to come in for tutoring?
Um, the main barriers, honestly, are just if a certain subject isn't offered by us, but we will always try to at least find a resource.
Okay.
So even if we don't offer it, then we'll try to see, okay, does the College of Business have this, or College of Visual Arts, or something? And we'll try to refer people
Hmm.
to some TA or tutor that we can find, or some service.
Or like the
Rare,
writing service or something like that.
yes,
Writing center.
writing center, math lab, chemistry tutoring, um, or there's music theory tutoring as
Mm,
well
oh,
on campus. So we'll try to find something.
gotcha.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of the biggest challenges that you've seen in your role? Like something that was kind of like stumped you, or maybe like something that you kind of had to work through?
Probably it's the not offering for everything. I do understand students seeing tutoring services and they think maybe we can offer for everything,
Hmm.
but honestly, at UNT we have so many programs
Yeah.
and there's just so much we can't cover everything. So we try, and we try to also take note of what students are coming in for and what they want, so that we can know, okay, this upcoming semester we really need someone who covers this or that.
Gotcha. Trying to like plan ahead.
Yeah, so we'll try to see, okay, we need someone more in social science, or we
Mm.
need another business person. So we do try, but there is a bit of a limitation.
What would you say is like kind of one of the biggest successes, or maybe um like success story that you've seen like either in your role or from maybe one of your tutors?
So we've had people come in from different subjects, and usually it starts with an email.
Mm.
That is always okay. Like you can always send an email, and they'll just say something like what I said earlier, of like they're taking this one course and there's this one
Hmm.
thing, and it's not offered. And I'll just see, okay, and I'll send into the group chat of the tutors and just say, hey, does anyone cover this? Does anyone know this? So we've had people from many different subjects come in, and get help. Even graduate students,
Mm.
even master's and PhD levels come
Okay.
in. So that's always very satisfying, like
Yeah.
to have that help.
Yeah. Wonder if it's like a little bit intimidating for like some because most of the tutors are undergraduates, I
Yes.
assume.
Mhm.
I wonder if it's sometimes a little intimidating for them to work with like the PhD and the master's level students.
I think it is a little bit because they do get shy and they'll come by my desk and
Hmm.
they'll say something like, I don't really know. And I'll tell them, okay, let me show you the email. This is what it says. They are saying it's very simple and introductory. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I can do that. They'll like say, I'll try my best. So,
Hmm. Yeah, but then they're able to kind of like work with them, and that's kind of
yeah.
cool to see that like even like somebody younger or somebody like less
Mhm.
experienced, quote unquote, can help somebody more experienced.
Yeah, because regardless, it's still, they're more knowledgeable on that one
Yeah,
topic. So,
yeah, that's really cool.
mhm.
What's something that you've learned about students or from another student in this role?
um, honestly, to be patient. I think being a tutor, because I used to be a tutor on campus
Okay.
as well, is just sometimes being patient and adapting to other people is very important to do. And in general, with people not having assumptions,
Mm.
just starting from zero, seeing where are you coming from, and just trying to evaluate
See
that.
where you come from and where you can go.
Yeah, so that's something we teach our tutors is don't make any strong assumptions when you meet a student. Just see from the beginning what's the vibe, what's the
Yeah.
emotion, how much do they know. Don't just assume.
Okay.
Hmm.
Gotcha. How can online students utilize tutoring services? Like, how are services accessible to them?
Okay, so anyone can send us an email if they have questions.
Mhm.
That's the first thing. The second thing is that online students can book tutoring through Navigate. Navigate is the same website that's used for advising and
Mhm.
other things. So on Navigate, you click that you want to create an appointment, and for the service, you click Learning Center Tutoring or Learning Center Coaching if you wanted to do coaching.
Mhm.
And then from there, it gives you multiple options like the day and also what subject. So you just click and sort through which one you want, and then I think it gives you the option to leave a comment as well. And then you just book it, and it should be simple and send you a confirmation email.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are those usually like just held over like Zoom or Teams or?
It's held over Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you do have like an online student coming in, how
Mhm.
do you kind of, or how do the tutors tailor kind of like their approach to working with them? Like maybe like, are there different tools that they use or different kind of like ways that they interact?
So, the tutors, they have their own pods where they work in, which is how they do it one on one. And in those pods is where they hold the Zoom sessions, and they have everything there that they need to use. They'll have a whiteboard, they'll have markers, and we even have like some tablets that connect to the monitors, from my understanding.
Mhm.
And it's like really sciencey stuff,
Okay.
but some technology thing
Yeah.
where they can connect and show like if it's something more sciencey or math to display on the screen.
Gotcha.
So they have several tools that they can use.
That sounds like it would really help like streamline the process. So you're not having to like maybe like share like a Google Doc each time or something like that.
Yeah, they can do that if they would like, but they have several options of what to do.
Gotcha. What resources or tools would you recommend students use to aid their studies, or what are some kind of things that you've seen help either like online or on campus, apps, etc.?
Um, so definitely looking up anything that you might need would be my first thing. I've done that before for tutoring or if I needed help with writing, and that's how I found the writing center.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes just looking for a specific subject. If it's a language, the language department, world literatures, languages, and cultures, they have all of their tutors.
Mm-hmm.
So just looking up the things for someone's program could be very useful. Sometimes just scrolling through Navigate and seeing, okay, do I want advising? Do I want this? Do I want that? And just trying to find through the UNT website what is offered. the Student Health and Wellness Center, for example, has a lot of things. I didn't even know until this semester they offer massages.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I found that out just through scrolling. So,
Yeah, there's so many resources I feel like, and so many different like apps and websites and things like that
yes.
that aren't necessarily like inherently like, oh, like I know where this is, but like
Yeah.
once you start scrolling, it's like, oh, there's so many cool things offered on campus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They even have dentist stuff on
Oh wow.
campus.
Okay.
So,
I see. That's something new that
yeah,
I've learned
yeah.
today.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so sometimes just scrolling can help, and sometimes just looking up UNT and then whatever
Okay.
you want.
Gotcha.
And you'll find something you didn't expect. UNT optometry, you can get glasses. UNT tutoring for blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
maybe it exists.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
There's somebody that's talked about it before. You're not probably the first person that's
Yeah,
needed it.
yeah.
Well, that's our last question for today. Thank you for coming and talking with us. For students to keep in touch, or if they have any other questions, where can they reach out to you?
So my email is catherine.chinchilla@unt.edu. And there's also the Learning Center email. We have several emails actually because of the different services.
Hmm.
So there's like LC tutoring, LC coaching.
Okay.
So yeah, looking at those as well.
And they can also reach out and make those appointments via Navigate.
Yes, they can do that through Navigate. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching our episode today. Thank you for sticking around. And as always, go Mean Green.